Hey everyone, it's CouraJess and I am back with a pick a card reading. This pick a card reading is for the week of October 21st through October 27th. So we're going to get right into it. We have the Meteorite, we have the Turquoise, the Tiger Eye, and the Topaz. So take a deep breath and just see which pile resonates with you the most. And as always, the timestamps will be in the comment section so that you can just fast forward to the pile that you choose. We're going to get started with the Meteorite. All right, so group one, you chose the Meteorite. This stone is for children of the stars. When to use it: when you're looking to conduct more spiritual energy, try the nickel iron meteorite. When you're looking to chat with a friend in another galaxy, go with the Chondrite meteorite. When you want to feel aligned to that universal energy that pulsates through everything, try the Palisite meteorite. The message is connect to your star stuff. All right, let's see what we have for you this week. Group one. There we go. All right, so we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Seven of Coins, and the Queen of Wands. Lots of wand energy. Let me just fix these cards. All right, so group one, I'm seeing that there is, first of all, there's a lot of wand energy here. So there is a lot to do with, I think this is a work related situation where you might be a little disorganized at work, or you might be working a lot. And there's definitely some competition going on with in your work situation. You might be experiencing some creative blocks because you're a little disorganized, and it might just be that you have too much on your plate right now. You have too many balls in the air, and you don't know which one to focus your energy on. And again, with this competitive energy at work, it could be that you're experiencing the pressure. You're experiencing the pressure to get ahead and to like stay on top of your game, but I think you're trying to do too much, and that is getting to you this week, group one. You definitely need to kind of reconnect with this enthusiasm and this energy, and kind of center yourself and really get organized and channel this energy positively, because you're definitely with this Three of Pentacles in reverse. You're definitely balancing a lot, and it's not going so well for you. But I definitely think it's because you might feel the pressure. You might feel like you're competing with your colleagues, or maybe if you're in school, maybe your classmates. You might feel like you have to get ahead by doing the most, and you don't need to do the most. You need to do your best. And if you just need to channel it into one of these avenues, right? If you just need to focus on one of the balls, one of the many balls you're juggling, you will succeed. With this Seven of Coin, you have the potential for success. It could be, a monetary success. It could be promotion. It could be, you get that A, or you get that position in the club or the frat you're in. But you definitely need to stop competing with others and just focus on yourself. Focus on on what gives you the most life, right? You don't want to do everything, because if you do everything, you won't do anything well, right? And you're already disorganized, so you're already falling behind because you're trying to do everything, and you are going to miss out on the opportunity to really put your put your all into one project, and that's the project that's going to move you. It could be that you feel, okay, well, everyone else is focusing on this, so I should focus on this, and that's not what you want. You want to focus on what motivates you the most, on what gives you the most enthusiasm, what makes you get up in the morning, right? And that's what you're going to get the success from, and that's where this Queen of Energy, that's where you're going to thrive at, right? You're this Queen of Wands. You're the one that's going to thrive with this endeavor that you're pursuing. But you definitely need to get focused this week, group 1. Let me see the oracle card. We have Between Worlds, Poised, just make sure you can see them, Mending, Truth Be Told, and Message in a Bottle. So yeah, and you're already feeling that vibe, right? Your gut is already telling you you're doing too much. You're between, choosing the path that you want and choosing the path that everyone else is taking. And you need to let that go. Just because everyone else is doing it, just because everyone else is getting ahead doing a certain thing, doesn't mean that you need to. It's like when you see everyone on the gram doing a certain thing and you think, oh, well, everyone's doing that successfully, maybe I should. Don't be deceived by what you see, right? Don't be deceived that everyone is doing it and everyone is thriving at it. We know what the gram is, right? We know that that's showing us their best life, not showing us the work that goes behind it, not showing us the failures, is just showing us the successes. So you're stuck in between doing what you want and doing what everyone else is doing, and you definitely need to let that go. You need to be honest with yourself and figure out which one of these projects, which one of these endeavors are really what you want to do, and you definitely need to do it. And you're getting signs, right? This message in a bottle, this is that cosmic message, right? They're telling you, and it could just be your body's telling you how you feel when you're doing one of these million projects. It could be that they don't motivate you. You don't really want to do them, but it's just, okay, everyone else is doing it, they're succeeding at it, let me do it. But you need to be honest with yourself. You're not going to succeed at something that doesn't motivate you. You're not going to succeed at doing what doesn't bring you joy. And you have the poise for it. You have the potential. You have the enthusiasm for this project. And this is where you need to focus your energy, where you'll be fruitful at, and you'll harvest it. You put in your work, and guess what? You plant the seed and something will grow. But you definitely need to take some time this week and focus on what it is that you need to focus your energies on. You need to make sure that you're choosing the project, you're choosing the job, you're choosing the task, you're choosing the passion, the hobby. And this is definitely creative, because we have all of this wand energy. So it is some kind of project that involves your creativity and your knowledge, and you definitely need to choose which one it is that's the best for you, that you want to put all your effort to, so that you're not juggling too much and you're not doing it so that you can be better than anyone else, because you need to be better than your best, than yourself. You only need to compete with yourself. You don't need to be, focusing on everyone else. Stay in your lane. Find what brings you joy. Find what you want to put all your energy in, and you will thrive. You will succeed at it. Group 1. Let me see the cosmic. There choices. The 7 of Cups is the same thing. You have choices to make. You're juggling too much. You're doing too much, and you need to let go of what everyone else is doing. You need to stop dwelling on that. You need to focus on what you want, what you want to wake up every morning and do. And maybe this is calling you to drop some of your projects. Maybe this is calling you to switch jobs, maybe switch your major, switch something, but you're definitely going to have to stop juggling all of these hobbies. You want to do everything. Focus on one thing. What is it that gives you this energy, this life that you want to focus on all of the time, and let the rest go. Stop competing with everyone else. Stay in your lane, choose your lane, then stay in it, and you'll definitely succeed, group 1. So that is the message that I have for you for the week of October 21st through October 27th. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more readings. This is CouraJess. Peace. All right, group 2, you chose the turquoise. This is for anyone whose voice has gone AWOL. When to use it: when you feel disconnected from things that make you human, when you've got something to express, get it out with turquoise. Speak your truth. Amen. All right, let's see what we have. We have strength in reverse. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. The Four of Knives, the Nine of Knives in reverse. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Page of Coins, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands in reverse. All right, group 2. So I definitely see why you chose the turquoise. We do have a lot of stifled energy, right? A lot of internal debate, internal questioning. With this strength card in reverse, is you're doubting yourself. You are doubting who the fuck you are, and you need to stop that immediately, right? You are strength. You are powerful. You need to develop this confidence in who you are. That's what you need to work on this week. With all of these, look at all of these reverse cards, right? You have a lot on your mind. You are doubting yourself. And I think it's just because you just need to spend some time with yourself. You need to go back and remember who you are. I believe you're definitely feeling kind of behind, feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be. You're feeling it could be you're feeling unappreciated. It could be you're not appreciating yourself, right? With this nines, these two nines here, this Nine of Wands, and with this the Nine of Knives, it's definitely a lot of doubt going on. But the beauty of this doubt is that it's an internal thing, and you can actively work on it. So you are in control of this situation. When it's external, it's much harder to fix, right? Because you can't control external factors as well as you can control internal factors. And with these two nines right here, it's more that you are definitely doubting yourself. You're not appreciating yourself, how far you've come, how far everything you've been through, right? You are strength. You are strong. You've made it this far, right? Like the saying goes, you've already survived 100% of your worst days. So why are you doubting that you are capable? Why are you doubting that you're able to survive the rest? But I definitely feel like you need to take some time to meditate, and find yourself. You need to center yourself. With this Nine of Knives and this Four of Swords, they're telling me that you definitely need to look within and really center yourself on finding your strength, right? I definitely think that you feel like you're not achieving something. With the Six of Wands in reverse, it's telling me that you feel like you're not getting the recognition that you deserve. You feel that you're not succeeding how you should be succeeding. You're not you're like, no one can see, no one can recognize your greatness. But really, you can't recognize your greatness, group 2. You're the one. This is all mental. This is all, this is in your head that you're experiencing this. And it could be, with this Page of Wands, it could be that people are recognizing you, right? You're getting a positive response. You're getting positive feedback, right? It could be, in the form of praise. It could be financial success. It could be, recognition at work, but you're not believing it. This is an internal struggle that you're going in. So you might be externalizing it, thinking, oh, no one appreciates me. No one really knows how well I do. No one knows all the things that I go through. And it's frustrating to you, right? This is a very frustrating situation. But really, you're externalizing an internal problem. This is a question of your self-esteem, of your confidence, of your recognition of yourself. So I recommend that you take some time and you meditate. With this Four of Swords, it's calling for meditation. It's calling for self-awareness. It's calling for introspection. So maybe you need to journal. Maybe you need to make a list of all of the positive qualities that you have, everything that you've accomplished, just even this year alone. Like, I personally like to keep not only a goals list of things I want to achieve. I keep a list of things that I have achieved this year. I keep a list of things that I did well this year, because it's not only looking towards the future, right? It's looking towards how you got here. So I think you need to take some time this week and really analyze everything you've achieved. Because I once you write that list and you look at it, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm a badass. Like, I'm lit. I did all of this. And I really think you need to take stock of that, group 2, because this is definitely not external. You're missing recognition, right? You think that you're not being recognized, but you're the one not doing that. So you definitely need to write down how much of a badass you are. Come to the edge. Never ending story. Co-create. And not for you. All right. So again, I'm getting this with this never ending story. It's this never ending doubt. You're questioning yourself. You need to really realize how much you've grown this year, how strong you are. You definitely need to realize that this external validation that you're seeking is not for you. Your need to be validated is never going to come from without, because I'll give you an example. I can give someone a compliment and they won't believe it. And I believe it of them, right? But it's like you can get all of the validation, and you probably already are getting all of this validation that you need from the outside, but you're the one not believing it. Until you believe it, you're never going to believe it when you hear it from anyone else. So you definitely need to accept that you need to work with what's within, work inside of you, and move towards building up your confidence, building up your self-esteem. This co-create, I'm getting the same thing, right? You need to balance the external validation that you are getting, but you think you're not, right? You think you're not getting it, but you are. You need to balance the two, because you need to think, okay, somebody just said, I did a good job. I didn't think I did a good job, right? I doubt that they did. So maybe you should think, well, maybe they're right. How did I do a good job? Let me see what effort I put into this. Like, this is a dual process, right? Because we do as much as anyone says they don't care about what other people think, we do like external validation. But that external validation is nothing without internalizing it, without internal acceptance of who you are. So this is where this co-create is taking me. You need to take the internal and balance it with the external, right? But focus on fixing the internal, because the external you're already getting, but you don't even think you're getting it. believing that you're not being recognized. You're believing that you're not awesome, right? But they're already telling you, you're just not believing it. So you need to work on balancing internal and external validation, because if not, you're gonna be in this forever. This is gonna be a never-ending story where you're struggling with your confidence, you're struggling with your self-esteem, you're struggling with your voice, right? Your voice will only get stronger when you learn to use it, when you practice, when you accept that it is a powerful voice, right? Just the fact that you're speaking up. And that takes strength and courage. How many people stay quiet because they feel like their voice is not worth being heard, or they whisper, or they speak softly without confidence? You need to build that. And I think the way to do that is with this come to the edge card. And I always say that the come to the edge card reminds me of the fool card, because you need to start taking risks. You need to start putting yourself out there, right? I like this could be, you go speak at an open word, a spoken word, or an open mic night. If you like to sing, you go to karaoke and sing in public. You start doing things that make you scared. Get you out of that comfort zone, because that's gonna take strength. Oh, I've been wanting to write this story. Let me write this story. That takes courage. That's finding your voice. Let me go on that date that I've been scared to go on. Let me put myself out there. Let me apply for that job. Let me apply for that promotion, right? That's where you find your voice. You need to take risks, because once you do, you'll feel so gratified. You'll feel like, wow, I did that. And that's what you definitely need to do. But it starts with introspection. What have you done that has been awesome, right? Recognize what you've achieved this year. And 2, how can you build up? How can you come to the edge and take these risks so that you're building up your confidence and your strength? Let's see what the cosmic cards say. Celebration, worlds within worlds. So I see this as, you need to celebrate you. You need to celebrate that you are a badass. You need to celebrate that you are awesome. You have come so far. You've achieved everything. And this world within world, you are your world within this grand world, right? You need to focus on balancing and celebrating your world. You, who you are, how far you've come, where you're going, because you have miles to go yet. And you definitely need to focus on building that. And I see a lot of 9s. We have the 9. We have another 9 here. We have another 9 here. So this is a cycle that needs to end. This is a culmination. And I think this week is when you should take that step towards finishing this never-ending story, finishing this cycle of low self-esteem, of low confidence, of low self-awareness and self-acceptance, and build that confidence in who you are, group 2. So that is your message for this week. Let me know in the comments if it resonates with you, and come back for more videos. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This is CouraJess. Peace. All right, group 3, you chose the tiger eye. Who needs it? The currently overthinking and mood swinging Geminis, Virgos. Balance your whole being is the message. So when to use it: when your thoughts are not your friends, when reading Jungian theories or attempting to decipher a Zen koan, when you're all roar and not enough purr, when only equanimity of mind and body and spirit, left brain and right brain, can get you square with the universe. All right, let's see what we have for you, tiger eye. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. We have Temperance in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. The 5 of Swords in reverse. 7 of Cups. And the Knight of Coins in reverse. All right, group 3. I see that you're going to be experiencing some unnecessary conflict. With this Five of Swords in reverse, there's going to be some kind of conflict, some kind of argument, and it's not really going to be necessary. What I think, going with this tiger eye, I think you are overthinking something, and you're going to be either just in the mood to pick a fight, or you're going to be misinterpreting a situation. With the Three of Cups in reverse, this is definitely some emotional situation. It could be that you are feeling betrayed. It could be that you're feeling left out, and it's going to be something that will put you in the mood to fight, or at least in the mood to isolate yourself from people, because you're feeling either left out, or you're feeling or it could be that you messed up and you're feeling like, oh well, I'm blaming someone else for it. Like, you're blaming someone else for your mistake. With this Knight of Coins, it could be that you're picking the fight with either this Queen of Pentacles or this Knight of Coins, or it could be it has to do with money. It could have been an unwise expenditure that you did. You handled money the wrong way. But I think it's because you're gonna feel either betrayed, or you're gonna feel like somebody lied to you. Maybe they're keeping secrets, or you're just going to feel like something is not right in the situation. It's definitely going to be an emotional situation. So it could be in a relationship, you feel that someone lied to you. It could be that you feel like they're keeping secrets from you, or they're leaving, or they're keeping you out, right? Because with this Three of Cups in reverse, it could be that you're feeling left out of the situation. And it could be with this Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles would be an earth sign: Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. It could be that you feel that Queen of Pentacles lied to you, or it could be you're the Queen of Pentacles and this Knight of Coins lied to you. Knight of Coins would also be an earth sign, so it would also be Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. But it's definitely a situation where this argument or this conflict that's happening is going to cause you some stress, but you need to question if it's really that big of a deal. Was it really? It could have been a white lie, right? Some white lies are acceptable. It could be that you misinterpreted the situation, or it could be that you're just unsure, right? Sometimes we kind of have this defense mechanism where this could have been some white lie, or could have been something very minimal, and you're making the bigger deal out of it because you feel you feel like it's your way out. So or you feel like, okay, enough is enough, but it's like, this is the last straw, right? This is, in Spanish we say, la copa que derramó el vaso, the drop that overflowed the cup, right? So it could be that this is the situation, because I'm definitely getting that it's not that big of a deal, but you're making a bigger deal of it than it really is. So you really need to channel this tiger eye and stop overthinking it. Stop, or maybe consider if you're just being moody, or if you're overreacting on the situation, because I don't think that it's that big of a deal, but you're definitely making a bigger deal of it than it is. And it could be that there's not even a lie. It could be that you're interpreting it as a lie, could be a secret. But I personally, I equate secrets with lies, right? It's like withholding information is still it's still a betrayal. But in this situation, I think that it's more your interpretation of the situation, your kind of over exaggerating, or possibly just kind of putting more weight on it than there is to it. You're impatient, you're feeling left out, you're feeling isolated, and it could just be that that's how you, like, you're mad at this person or these people, right? Could be it could be two people, could be your best friends, right? This Three of Cups is could be your squad, right? Maybe they went ahead and did something without you. Maybe they, they went and party with you. It's I always think it's like when your best friends become best friends, right? and it's like then you're feeling left out. Like, I was the one that brought you together. But it could be a situation like that where you're just feeling left out, and you think that it's a betrayal, and it's causing you stress. It's causing you to be upset. But it's really not that. It's really not that serious. Let me see what the oracle cards say for you. We have breathe. We have time to go. We have chop wood. And we have happy. All right. So again, take a deep breath and really, really see, right? If this is all that it's that you're making in your head, right? Because by this chop wood means you need to put in some work. So maybe you're the one that's not putting the work in, right? Maybe you're feeling left out, but maybe they've made multiple attempts to hang out with you this week and you said no, right? For whatever reason, because that's perfectly fine. You have the right to say no, right? Maybe they invited you first, you said no, and then they invited the other person and you felt upset about that. But you need to put in your work in your relationships too, group 3. This is not just, relationships don't just magically happen. And this could be friendships. This could be working relationships. This could be, family relationships. It could be romantic relationships. It all takes work. And I'm getting that this is obviously with this Temperance card in reverse. I'm getting that this is you isolated yourself from these people. So I don't know if you isolated yourself from these people because you felt betrayed or before you felt betrayed, and then they went on ahead and lived life without you, and that got you upset. But you definitely need to take a deep breath and stop overthinking it and really question if this conflict is necessary, right? But you definitely need to put your work into your relationships, and once you resolve this, it's going to be happy, because again, this is not a major situation. This is a minor infraction. And I definitely think that once you realize, right, this time to go, I'm getting you. Yeah, you need to, it's time to go inside and really question, like, okay, what's happening here, right? It's time to really take some time and think if this is really as bad as you think it is. And I don't think so. But you definitely need to put some work into your own relationships as well. If you're feeling left out, if you're feeling isolated, you need to communicate that. You need to, I feel left out. I feel betrayed. I feel like I'm missing some kind of information. I feel that, but you need to accept your role in this scenario as well. Group 3, you need to acknowledge where this conflict could have arisen, and I'm getting that it was with you, but again, it's because of overthinking the situation, misinterpreting information. Look at this. Communication. Communication and surrender. You need to communicate. How are people supposed? People are not mind readers. They don't know how you feel. They don't know. Maybe you said no to that invite, right? But you really wanted some prodding. Maybe you really wanted to go, but you didn't know if they really wanted you to go. So you are like, no, like, I'm gonna sit this one out. And you were expecting them to say, no, come, you have to come with us. Come. And they didn't do that, and you're disappointed. But you needed to communicate that. Yeah, I want to go. Just go. Like, why do you need, did you need that extra prodding? If you feel isolated, if you feel like you're being left out, you need to communicate that. You need to tell people how you feel. and that way you avoid conflicts, because you expect them to know how you feel when you never expressed it, and they're not mind readers, especially if you're acting like everything's fine. It's like, oh, is something wrong? No, everything's fine. That's passive aggression, right? Everything's fine, but nothing is fine, and you expect them to just figure out what's fine. You need to communicate. And with the surrender card, look, with this time to go on this surrender card, you need to really give in to how you feel, and you need to communicate that. You need to acknowledge how you feel to others, and communicate it, because no one is going to read your mind. Trust me, I know. I've expected people to read my mind my whole life, and they still don't know. They're like, how are we supposed to know? You're thinking of, and I am a Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun and a Virgo rising, so you already know this tiger eye is me, right? The currently overthinking mood swing. How are they supposed to know? Especially when your mind and your mood switches every 5 seconds. Right? Like, you need to communicate that, and you need to acknowledge, you need to surrender to your relationships that they're not going to always they're not always going to be happy, right? But they can, and you need to surrender to the fact that no one is going to read your mind. You need open communication, and that starts with you expressing yourself. I feel left out. I feel betrayed. I feel like I'm emotionally isolated. I feel like I'm the third wheel here. This is where the communication begins, and this is where you can go and rekindle a happy relationship and avoid unnecessary arguments and discussions. So that is your reading for this week, group 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please leave me a comment and let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more readings. I'm moving on to group 4. Peace. Alright, group 4, you chose the Topaz. This is for anyone burning A, the midnight oil, B, the candle at both ends, C, bridges, D, all of the above. So when to use it? When you're aiming in the right direction but keep misfiring. Passion is totally indispensable, but if you're not careful with it, it might burn you up. Call on Topaz to transform wild obsessions into laser-like focus and burning desires into getting things done. This is for those who need to increase their firepower. All right, let's see what we have for you, group 4. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Wands, the Hierophant. We have the Star in reverse, the 2 of Cups in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. All right, group 4. So I'm seeing that you are having a hard time letting go of something that you are clinging to, because one, it gives you a traditional stand, like what society expects is success, right? Or achievement. With this Hierophant and this 6 of Wands, I'm getting that this is something that you think made you look better in the eyes of society. It could have been, this job that brought you success. It could have been a marriage that brought you success, right? It's just like, not necessarily success, but what society deems is success. So, society believes that we should get married, right? And research does show that married people do thrive in certain careers. Like they do have that, that perception of achievement or success, right? So it could, I'm getting it was a relationship, only because of this 2 of Cups in reverse. It may have been that you're separated from a loved one. It could be a separation in a relationship, a marriage. You could be getting a divorce, but you're having a hard time letting go of that. And it's not because it could be because of your emotions, but it could also be because that gave you something that you felt you needed. It could have been, again, well, what am I, especially some people believe that they should be in relationships, because that's what society has taught us since, we're born, right? They have these expectations of us. We see the struggle for women. Oh, I'm about to be 40 and I'm not married and I have no children, right? But that's more societal expectations than our own, right? So I'm getting that this is a separation in a relationship. So it could be a marriage, or it could be a work, a traditional job. But I'm getting that this is more of a marriage situation, and you're separated, and you're having a hard time letting go because of the status that offered you, and you need to let it go. Right now, there's a lot of ego in the way. This could be your spouse's ego, or this could be your own ego. But this was a domineering relationship. This was a relationship that didn't really give you what you needed. This star in reverse is telling me that it wasn't a supportive relationship for you. There wasn't a lot of, let's say, passion behind it, right? It could have been a controlling relationship, or you could have been the controlling one. This Emperor is just giving me ego, but I think this is your ego, because you're unwilling to let go of what that gave you, and this separation is affecting you because you don't want to let that go, but you need to let it go. Or I'll see what the rest of the cards say, but just going based off of this Topaz, right? I think that this is a relationship that you need to let go. It was burning you out. This was not a healthy relationship. And again, it could be you were in it for the wrong reasons because of the status and the clout that it offered you. And doing anything for clout is not a good reason to do something. It's not a good reason to build a home, build a life around this clout-filled relationship. And there's definitely some toxicity in this relationship. So this separation was beneficial for you. It was burning you out. This is not a healthy relationship that you want to stay in. Let me serendipity, milk and honey, imagine, and building blocks. So yeah, this separation is good for you. This is a serendipitous separation. So it could be that person is the one who initiated the separation, and that's beneficial for you, because you would have stayed in this relationship. Even though it's not beneficial for you. So lucky for you, they took that first step and decided that this is the end. And now you need to build a life without this person. You need to imagine your life outside of this relationship. You need to picture the happiness and success that is coming after, right? Because you can still get this, what you thought this relationship gave you, what you thought this marriage gave you. You can get that on your own. You may think that you needed this relationship, you needed this marriage. You can get it on your own. Now is when you can stand on your own 2 feet. Now is when you build that life. And when you build that life, it's going to be even better, because you can say, I did this on my own. I didn't need a marriage. I didn't need a spouse. I didn't need a partner. I didn't need this job, if it is a job. But like I said, this is a relationship. I didn't need this relationship to build me up. I build myself up, and I am going to achieve everything that I thought I was getting out of this relationship on my own. And when you do things on your own, that's so much better. You get so much more gratification than when it's handed to you, or when someone else gets it for you, right? Because you worked your bare bones for this. But I definitely think that you need to let go of this relationship. You are, and you're probably going to take those steps this week, group 4, because it's burning you out. It was hard work being in that situation, and it's hard to let go because it's hard to just begin again, right? Building blocks, right? And notice this building blocks is a 28, which reduces to the number 1. The 1 is the beginning, right? And it's hard to start over, but when you do, and you do it for the right reasons, it'll be that much better. Because it's even harder to stay, like, it's easy to stay in this relationship, but it's harder on your soul, it's harder on your psyche, it's harder on your emotional well-being to be in a relationship where you're not being supported, when you're not being, when you're being controlled, or where your ego is involved. Because emotional relationships should surpass ego. They should be on a spiritual level, and not necessarily like it has to be religious and a religious experience or anything, but it's just that it just comes like that. Everything that you do is not because I need to be in control, and not because you're mine. It's not possessive. It's not domineering. It's a partnership, and it's a balance, right? Where it's because of love. It's because of the mutual respect for each other. And I'm not saying that it's supposed to come easy, but it's supposed to come naturally, and you work on maintaining that. It's not something that you work on building. You shouldn't build respect. Respect should be there from the get-go. You need to maintain it. You need to maintain the supporting each other. You need to maintain the positive aspects of the relationship. You shouldn't build toward positive. If it didn't start off positive, you're not going to get to positive. So let me see what the cosmic reading card. Come on. So emotions and Mother Earth. So what I'm getting here is, again, you need to acknowledge the emotions that were affecting this relationship. You may have gotten all of this clout, and you may have gotten this status, but emotionally you weren't being fulfilled. You weren't being supported. With this Star card, this is telling me that you weren't happy in this relationship. You stayed, right? But there was a lot of ego. There was a lot of toxicity. There was a lot of push and pull, give and take. It was a power struggle, and you shouldn't be struggling for that. And this Mother Earth is telling me that you need to step away from society and get back to your natural state, right? We have this Hierophant card, which represents traditional values, but it's society's traditional values. Mother Earth makes her own rules. Mother Earth is nature, natural, outside of societal expectations, and that's what you need to get back to, Group 4. You need to step away from the view of others and external, what will people say? Oh, people think that I'm like, what comes to mind, and this is not necessarily your situation, but it's like, let's think of like the trophy wife, right? Or the trophy husband, the trophy spouse. Let's just be, PC. The trophy spouse, right? They're getting everything they want economically. They look good on their spouse's arm, and society's just like, look, they have it all. But emotionally, they probably have nothing, because all they're doing is being objectified in this relationship. They're just good, they're just an accessory, as opposed to having an emotional connection where your emotions are valid, where you're appreciated, where your spouse even asks you, like, how are you doing today? And it's not a rhetorical question. It's not like, hey, how are you? It's like, how are you feeling? How's your energy? How is it going? Let's talk. Let's have an intimate conversation, right? This is what a natural relationship looks like outside of societal validations. This is what you need to aspire to. And this is what you need to imagine bringing into your life, because this is not you. This is not healthy. This is burning you out. Being just an accessory, being an object, means that you're not allowed emotions. And if you're not allowed emotions, no one's going to offer you emotional support. So you definitely need to work on letting go of this non-beneficial marriage or relationship, and just going to back to the basics, building the relationship that you want, first and foremost with yourself, and then building a healthy relationship that acknowledges your humanity, acknowledges you as a person, and you know, doesn't burn you out, right? And burns that passion in you. Like it sparks that flame, that passion. That passion is natural. That fire, that internal fire, that's natural. That's not society. And you need to get back to that group form. So that is your reading for this week. I hope it resonates with you. Let me know in the comments if it does. And come back for more videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Peace.